My name is Stacie de Armas, and I'm Senior Vice President of Diverse Insights and Initiatives at Nielsen. At Nielsen, we are committed to counting every voice and ensuring that no group is left underrepresented. At the same time, we know who we see and what we see on TV is as important as the audience viewing it. As the U.S. continues to diversify, we knew at Nielsen that we needed to do more to support the entertainment industry as it worked to address and improve diversity and inclusion. From Oscars So White and beyond, the calls have been loud to see more of our society reflected in what we see on TV. So we started asking ourselves some questions. Are diverse people represented well on screen? Are the stories being told our stories? And do we see ourselves on screen? And how do we see ourselves? Doctors, lawyers, politicians. And from all of that content, who do our kids have permission to become from watching themselves on TV? We recognized that at Nielsen we had a responsibility to help the industry answer these questions. And there was a significant way we could contribute to this conversation. So with some of the best minds in data engineering and tech, we developed a new way to shift our lens and look at on-screen representation of talent for the first time. Additionally, we looked at the themes in which people are present on screen. This latest piece of work is called Being Seen on Screen, and it aims to support the industry in its journey to diversification. But we also explore the value of being seen by the themes that are present within the content where diverse people are. So simply put, what do we see when we see ourselves on screen? And we learned so much about so many groups, but we're going to focus for a minute on our community, the Latino community. While TV content today looks and feels more diverse than ever, we still found that representation on TV programming is low for multiple identity groups across all media. And Hispanic Latino are consistently and significantly underrepresented across all platforms with just a 5.5% representation when we know we make up 19% of the population. Our visibility is actually less than 1/3 of our presence in society. And Latinas are among the least represented of all women for every intersectional group we measured, when compared to population estimates with just a 2.5% of visibility on screen. That's only about a quarter of our actual presence in society. And unfortunately, the story's the same when we look at it by platform, whether it was cable, broadcast, or streaming, or by genre, action, drama, news. No single genre or platform represented Latinas or Latinos well at all. We're not present on screen. When we look at the power of television, however, to influence identity as well as policy, we realize the exclusion of Latino stories on screen has impacts beyond just the content we consume. When I'm thinking about the results in the context of some of the major storylines for this year, Latinos are increasing their presence in social media, in Congress, in news cycles. But there's this tremendous opportunity to feature Latinos in television programming and make sure we're seen on screen. At Nielsen, we went on to evaluate how media might play a role in influencing our identities. And this really narrow set of themes that appear consistently in the programming that features Hispanic men and women. We know representation matters, but so does the context in which that representation makes it onto our TV screens. Social scientists agree that the themes and narratives depicted on screen can contribute to identity formation and social perceptions. When Latinos are in the audience and they see Latinos on screen, what themes do we see ourselves in? Well, our research tells us, by looking at the top video descriptors associated with programmings, where Latinos were on screen and in the audience, here's what we saw. We often saw Latinos presented in themes such as dysfunction, intense, emotional, and suspenseful. For Latinas, here are the themes we see when we see ourselves on TV. Dysfunction again, melodramatic, emotional, and police stations. And for our Hispanic men, criminals, police detectives, teamwork, crime scenes. But if I switch gears and take a look at white women, what do they see? They see themselves in themes such as friendship, family, homes, love, and daughters. We saw this over and over again. Television plays an undeniable role in how our perceptions are formed and what we believe is possible. Shows that portray people outside of stereotypes help all of society see who we really are and who we can be. Shows can be educational and they can help America learn about one another. The first step to creating an inclusive society is for people to feel seen and be seen. The stories told, the characters portrayed, and the experiences shared on screen help people feel empowered and learn about those who are different. Media has this power to build and support a more inclusive narrative for all. Together, let's use the power to break these traditional stereotypes and give voice to underrepresented groups and help society move toward a more inclusive future. You can find all of this information and learn more at nielsen.com/inclusion analytics. Gracias.